Bad man. What's going on, everyone? We are live week 17. We've made it, boys. I know Ian wanted me to start Kyler Murray, so we will do that. Oh, and put him on the trade block. I forgot. Let's do that now. All right. So, we got two games today. Ravens and Browns, and then Steelers and Cardinals. With a loss, the Ravens will clinch the #1 overall pick. And then with a win, the Browns will clinch the division. For the Steelers, they need a win and a Browns loss to clinch that division. The Steelers and Browns are already in the playoffs. And then with a win and a Seattle Seahawks loss, the Cardinals are in. So two interesting games on tap today. We already got 3 people on the stream. I'll be checking the chat shortly. Just got to put the stream in Discord and stuff, and then we're set to go. Also, thank you all for 1,200 subs. We hit that milestone yesterday. Very much appreciated. We're keeping the 18 streak alive. So now we got to hit 1,300 on May 18th. 100 subs a month probably will not let me be a full-time YouTuber, but oh well. It's still a fun streak nonetheless. DeAndre Baker gets a skill point. Good for him. I mean, he doesn't really start this year, but next year he could, because our corners are expensive. Could look to potentially make a move, even though it's going to be hard to trade Jair Alexander or Denzel Ward since they've both been here since day one. Not many players on this team have been here since day one, so it's definitely going to be sad if we do get rid of them. Or even Stephon Gilmore. I'm curious, how much is he making? How much is Stephon Gilmore making? Because he's older, obviously. 4.5, that's not even that much. Because Denzel Ward's making close to 10. So, I don't know. Alright, the stream is in the Discord. Let's go ahead and check the chatteroo. Alright, I can't hear myself. We got Roberto, SCP, and Joshy. What's going on, fellas? Alright, we'll probably do skill points now. I don't want to forget. I don't want anyone to be triggered. Or, did I put it on auto? Apparently not for the Steelers. That's annoying. I need to put all of this on auto. I mean, if you guys want me to put... I cannot speak. Specific skill points on specific players... then make sure to let me know. Auto progress players needs to be on. Unless, obviously, someone really wants certain skill points going to certain players, then. I could have sworn I turned all these on. Apparently not. Wait, but if I put it on, will it do it automatically? Let's check. Thinking about starting up a new team builder series for football, I assume. Or basketball, who knows? Alright, did it work? Probably not, but anything's possible. I didn't think so. So I guess we'll have a 5-minute hiatus until we start watching. An Atlantic 10. Ooh, that's actually kind of interesting. That's actually a pretty good idea, having that whole conference added into, I assume, the FBS. Do all these teams already have it, or are the Bears just special? The Bears are special. It's in the works, but nothing is official yet. Interesting. Daniel Jones is their starter, right? I think so. Yep. Alright, that's right. Because I know he wanted to start Daniel Jones, so. Big game tonight for the Cardinals. They have a chance to clinch or be eliminated on week 17 for the 2nd straight year. That'd be not fun for Mr. Nick. I know he wouldn't be too thrilled. Says we got 6 people on the stream. That's interesting. I know 4v premieres, the top chat thing is always wrong. Because there's usually like a good 5 to 6 people in the chat, but it says 0. What's good, AP? You want the Cardinals to lose? If anything, you should be rooting against us. And obviously, I'm rooting against you guys. I want that division. I want that first round bye, baby. But I think we have a good enough roster to make it out of a first round on the road, second round on the road. I think we can do it. Just got 46 points on my career. Not bad. 6 people on, 9 comments. 69, boys. You guys are playing the Jaguars. That's a tough game. Jaguars were the first team to clinch. They clinched back in like week 13 or 14 or something. It's not that they're that good. It's just that their division is a mess. But the Falcons could easily choke that division away. Obviously, you guys will still be a 5 seed. What's good, Nick? Welcome to the stream, my dude. Alright, we're almost done the loop of giving players XP. We're almost done. There's probably some coaches who don't want me to give their players XP for tanking purposes, but well, it's too late now. Oh, I know Colin wanted me to start some backups since they likely have... They've won their division. They're not going to get a first round bye, so 3 or 4 seed. There's not too much difference. Alright, is it in depth chart or something? Roster moves? Where is it? Position changes? Where is it? Team rosters. Alright, quarterback 1 is going to be Eric Dungy. And then Brandon Cooks and whoever else fair. Do they have... Who else is back? Cole Beasley. That's who their number 3 is. So Marquise Brown 1. David Sills is 2. And then Brandon Cooks is number 3. Slot wide receiver will be Cooks. Alright. So it's not too much of a change other than the quarterback, Baker Mayfield, getting the week off. Congrats on 1.2k subs. Thanks, Perry H7. And welcome to the stream, my guy. Team's roster. Well, I don't think we've done the Rams yet, so I guess you'll see it. You are my 1,200th sub. You are the man, my friend. How many likes we at? A respectable 3 likes. Respectable. I guess it could be worse. That's what Collins' moves were? Oh yeah, it's in roster moves. I'm smart. I mean, here's your roster anyway, because why not? And I guess everyone can see probably the best team in the league so far. Keyword is so far. We still have the postseason to go through, so things could change. Alright, I think we got 2 more teams to go with XP, and then we're good. And then, obviously, the teams that we just so happen to user easily won. So, I'm going to let Siri choose the users. Now, week 16 was close, so I guess the sliders don't matter too much, but I do think the sliders matter in these games, which doesn't really make sense. So, I'm going to let Siri choose the user, since I think the Browns are on the road, they are 1, and the Ravens are 2. Siri, choose a number between 1 and 2.
It's 2.
It's 2, so the home team, the Ravens, will be the user, which is probably... I mean, if the user does benefit the team that we're using, then this is an L for both teams, because the Ravens want to lose. But hopefully, whoever the user is, it doesn't really make an impact. Oh wait, no, the Browns are home, but we already decided the Ravens are 2. Oh well. What game are we watching first? We are not watching your game first. Your game is the primetime game. We didn't have a vote on it, but obviously that's the game we want to watch second. This one is probably going to be a blowout. What's good, RMP? But it's still going to be an interesting game because the Browns are definitely playing for something. We get to look at definitely a contender to win the OFL Bowl, and then the Ravens, they could get the #1 overall pick here, so this is a very important game for them, and even if they lose and Tennessee wins, they'll still get the pick. Not entirely sure what happens if they win and Tennessee loses, but the worst thing that'll happen to the Ravens is they get the second pick. That's the worst possibility. Yeah, I don't know how the Browns are 75 overall and this good. We're like an 89 or something, and we have a similar record, but the Browns do have a solid roster. I don't think it's as bad to say like a 75, but I do think the Steelers definitely have the better team. But the Browns have got a solid squad. There's no doubt about that. Ravens don't, but obviously they're tanking, so it's fine. They got RG3 obviously at quarterback. As I would not be surprised if we see an upset here. The Ravens, these players might want to play for something. They might want to prove their front office wrong, and they would love to spoil the Browns' chances of winning the division, as the Steelers obviously don't have an easy game, but it's not like they're playing the best team in the league. Sorry, Nick. Remember the Cardinal OFL draft rule? I forget the rule, but I have, like, you're not allowed to trade for too many CPU picks, which I think is a good rule, because, like, 8 first-round picks is a lot. Speaking of coaches out there willing to trade good players for picks, I will give you picks for a good player, if I need the player, obviously. You almost forgot what's good, Daniel Horowitz. Welcome to the stream. I assume your name isn't Janet, but, I mean, who knows? Maybe it is. Anything's possible. Alrighty, slow. Let's get this game underway. It'll be the Cleveland Browns receiving. Who will it be receiving the football? It'll be Brown. Who has long hair and the last name of Brown? Number 33. Why is my mind blanking? Doesn't matter, but oh well. Want to make a deal for your big boy player? Who's your big boy player? If it's a position of need, I will gladly take them. Daniel Jones' stats on the year, he obviously has not started a decent chunk of this season, and when he's played, he has been very solid. Because if your big boy player is Tyler Eifert, I'll take him because we could use an upgraded tight end for the playoffs. Noah Fant is good, and Noah Fant is my long-term tight end, but for the playoffs, Tyler Eifert's the better player now. And I'm trying to make a run to the big game as Christian McCaffrey, solid start. He gains 10. I did not think he was going to gain 10. I was expecting 4 or 5 there, but 10 is obviously solid nonetheless. Oh, he did not get the first down. I thought he did, but oh well. 2nd and inches for Cleveland. This is the former Dookie. And Daniel Jones back to McCaffrey, and he does get it. Not getting much more than a yard, and he's injured. If this is a serious injury, then that's a big deal. Gerald McCoy with the play. Nick has Nick Bosa, that's true. Be back soon. Alright, sounds good, AP. Yeah, his main pass rushers are Nick Bosa and Josh Allen, who I assume he doesn't want to trade. As McCaffrey, frustrated, he doesn't look injured if he's throwing his helmet. But what is the injury? I'm curious. Not Ravens. Christian McCaffrey has a bruised elbow, and he is completely fine. Big break right there for Cleveland. I would not mind seeing Cleveland do well. Obviously, I don't want them to win the big game. I want us to, but I'd like to see Cleveland go pretty far in the playoffs. In real life, and I guess in the OFL. I was mainly talking about the OFL, but real life works. As McCaffrey, already back in the game. Okay, he gains 4. Only D-line player you will trade is DeForest Buckner. I mean, we got Quentin Williams and Aaron Donald, so I guess Buckner's not a big need. Those end zones are sexy indeed. Browns have a pretty cool stadium. And their jerseys, in my opinion, are not bad at all. I think the Browns are up there with some of the better jerseys in the league. Maybe not their brown ones, but I like their orange ones. And I do think they have a really nice helmet. I think it's clean. Obviously, it's not the most exciting, but I think it's a quality helmet. What's good, Alex? Welcome to the stream. So you haven't missed much. McCaffrey actually got injured, and he didn't miss anything. He just got right back into the game, so good for them. You don't really like him? I mean, most people don't like him. I know they're getting a rebrand, which kind of disappoints me. I think these are the best uniforms they've had in a while. Like, their old ones were meh, but I don't know. There's just something about these uniforms that are just clean. Rooting for the Browns, right? Why not? I mean, I want to see the Browns do well. And the Ravens, I mean, it's funner to have a user team with the #1 overall pick than the #2, so I guess I'm sort of rooting for Cleveland, but I don't really care. And then I kind of want to see the Cardinals in the playoffs for the drama, so I'm definitely rooting for Arizona in the second game. And I'm not threatened by them if we play them. I think we can easily beat them. I'd rather see them than, like, Seattle, who's more of a question mark. Arizona, we know what we got with them. We beat them pretty convincingly when we played them back in, like, Week 11 or Week 12 or something. So, I think we would definitely win that game. As McCaffrey with the spin move, okay. And is brought down by the safety. But that's a very nice play. Nasir Adderley was the one who brought him down. Best safety in the 2019 class. Don't at me. Who's the team I am controlling? I am controlling the New Orleans Saints. We are currently 11-4. Tied with Atlanta for the division lead. Atlanta does own the tiebreaker, sadly. So, we're either going to get the 2 seed or the 5 seed. Going for the 1-testicle beast, Nick Bosa. You have 4 firsts. I mean, if anyone wants my first, I'm willing to trade them for players. Because I'm contending. I don't need all these picks. My roster is pretty much set almost. I feel like I have too many picks. There's Barkevius Mingo, the former Brown bust. Could have had Darius Slay and a number of other players. Is the one with the play. I think Daniel Jones has thrown it once today, and Christian McCaffrey's had like 8 carries. No fumbles on the year. Okay, McCaffrey. It's not too shabby. 3rd down. Back to McCaffrey, who does convert before being wrapped up by the strong safety. Whoever their strong safety is, I'm not entirely sure. For Bosa, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see Nick doing that deal. I definitely wouldn't. 1st down, back to McCaffrey. What's new? And he almost gets it. He gains 9 or, I guess, close to 10. I mean, I'll trade. I mean, we don't need Bosa, though. We got Myles Garrett and Trey Flowers. I don't want to trade Trey Flowers. Obviously, Myles Garrett's not going anywhere. But Flowers, he's my boy right now. $90 million, baby. How about your 1st rounder for Buckner? That's actually an interesting deal. 1st rounder and a 4. I don't see Nick Bosa getting traded. He was the #1 overall pick last year, and he had a good enough season. Divino Zegbo with the handoff now. You wouldn't trade Bosa either. If we had Nick Bosa, I would not trade him for a 1st. I mean, maybe I would, since we have Trey Flowers and Garrett, but if I were to swap, like, let's say hypothetically, I had Garrett and Bosa instead of Flowers, I would not trade Nick Bosa. But, I mean, if you want to do Nick Bosa for Trey Flowers, you know who to call. As Ezekbo back with the ball, he gains 5. And Josh Doxson, who the Browns just traded for, is injured. In a deal that sent a 1st rounder to the Rams. Here's for the Ravens defense. Talented defensive line. Meh linebacking core. I mean, Clay Matthews, PU. And then the secondary, I mean, they got my boy Nasir Adderley. Wouldn't trade Nick or Joey. I mean, the Rams got Joey Bosa. The Rams are the best team in the league right now, so obviously they don't need to. And then the Cardinals, I don't see any reason for them to trade Nick. And then John Bosa, the 1-testicled beast. Does it really look like the receiver caught it? But they're going to say no. I guess he dropped it. That's an interesting game. Colts and Titans. Tank Bowl. Winner of that game likely gets the 2nd pick. I'm probably rooting for the Titans because it's funner to have a user team with a better pick in Indy. 3rd down. Watch them run it. Oh, they don't run it. They're going to pass it. Is Jones. Short pass, and it's almost intercepted by the defensive back. He had that. That was an easy pick 6, but he's tanking, so. Oh, you guys are talking about Nick Bosa? Yes, Nick Bosa is the one who the Lions are going to trade up for. Wink, wink. I hope we don't. I mean, why? There haven't been rumors about it, obviously. We're not trading up. We might trade down. Might get someone like a Brian Burns or a Cleveland Farrell in the middle of the first round. I mean, personally, I want Devin White at 8. Devin White or Ed Oliver, Gritty Williams, Rashawn Gary, even Montez Sweat. Heck, even one of the tight ends. I don't think I'm going to be pissed off unless we draft, like, Daniel Jones for whatever reason. Or DeAndre Baker or Josh Jacobs. Not that I don't like any of those players, but the value. I think Nick Bosa is going to the Niners over Raiders. I'd be shocked if the Niners pass on him. Personally, I think Ed Oliver and Quinnen Williams are better, but I'd be shocked if San Francisco passes on him. And heck, maybe Arizona's fooling us. Maybe they'll still pick Bosa. I mean, probably not, but anything's possible as RG3 is not having a good year with the Ravens. Yuck. That is bad. Come on, RG. You can do better than that, bud. Trading an early first for Buckner. I mean, he's a good player, but is he worth an early first? I mean, that's debatable. That's an interesting concept. Is Robert Griffin III has no clue what he's doing. And Jonathan Allen, who I really liked a couple of years ago coming out of Bama, makes the play. Oh, you're not? Oh, yeah. I probably wouldn't. I don't think I would. Maybe in real life I'd probably trade a late first-round pick for Buckner in real life. I mean, if I'm New England, if I get offered my pick for Buckner, I wouldn't even hesitate. But, like, in the game, I think he's only, like, high 80s with, like, normal dev, which isn't phenomenal. But late first would be an interesting idea. As on 2nd and 14 after RG3 was just running like a madman, he will connect with John Ross for 14, and that'll be a conversion. I don't think he got it. What's up, Patrick? Welcome to the stream, my guy. You think he is quick? I mean, I think he had quick at the beginning of the year, but his dev might have dropped after year 1. I'm not entirely sure. He really could have... I have no clue what he has. He could have star, quick, normal. That is so much better watching and not playing. That's honestly kind of true. I don't get picky over gameplay, but there have been some weird patches, like when someone's getting tackled, they just fall forward for 5 yards. When we were playing the Texans in the Dolphins series back in like week 12 or whatever, whenever A.J. Dillon was tackled, he gained like an initial 4 yards. Nice sack from Ahkello Witherspoon on first down. The San Francisco 49er. 2 first-rounders for Buckner. I would not do that personally, but obviously this is a different scenario. This is a video game, not real life. I would not trade 2 in the game, and I would definitely not trade 2 in real life. 1, it depends on the pick. If it's 1, obviously not, but if it's 32, probably. Spencer Ware with a spin move. Okay. That's a nice run of 12 or 13, and that's how the first quarter is going to end. It's the Cleveland Browns who have the lead 3-0. With a win, the Browns clinch a division, and with a loss, the Ravens clinch the #1 overall pick in this year's OFL draft, as Spencer Ware just broke someone's ankles. I'm sorry, whoever's ankles just got broken. Who was it? Will we see a name? Number 55, it is Mack Wilson, the rookie out of Alabama whose ankles get broken. You're trying to take my deal? I mean, the Dolphins are trying to tank too, though. In real life, Buckner could go for a second. Players are way overvalued in that end. Yep, I would not try. I don't think a team would trade 2 firsts for him, especially considering he only has 2 years left on his deal, assuming the 5th-year team option is accepted, which obviously it will. So he has pretty much 2 years left on his deal. I would consider, but I'm not entirely sure if I'd trade a late first. I probably would. I probably would, but he only has 2 years left. It's not like he has 4. As now it's 3rd down. RG3, Robert Griffin scrambling like he's late on a date. And he's going to be picked off by Andrew Sendejo. As what an awful drive for RG3. I mean, his team is obviously trying to lose, and he's helping them clearly. Wouldn't be shocked if the Ravens pull the trigger on a new quarterback in the OFL draft. I know Champ Britton was made as a custom player, so maybe Champ Britton's looked at. His brother Cam Britton is also a custom player. A bunch of custom players are quarterbacks because that's one of the more flashier positions. Very nice play from the Minnesota Viking, Andrew Sendejo. Yeah, he's still on the Vikings, right? Or no, he's still on the Eagles, that's right. He's still on the Philly. Philly. First down at the 30. Nice 14-yard gain for Cleveland. As Daniel Jones, what a pass for Martavis. Where's the lead? Bryant. Awfully risky. That could have easily been picked. He was a Viking, but... Yeah, he was a Viking last year, but the Eagles picked him up, I think. I think the Eagles picked him up. But yeah, he's been a Viking for a while. Well, who's their other safety? They have Harrison Smith, but who's going to start across from him? They signed someone? Not that I know of. Who are they going to start? Huh. Is Jones over to Divine Ozigbo, the rookie out of Nebraska, getting into the 8. Setting up a 2nd and 4. Browns struggled in the red zone on their last drive, having to settle for a field goal, which I guess is better than nothing. Chiefs-Broncos, winner wins the OAFC West, by the way, as McCaffrey runs in for a Browns touchdown. If this game gets out of hand at like halftime or something, we might sim. Because I think we all know who's going to win this game. And sorry to all the Steelers fans out there. It's going to be Cleveland. Man, Steelers fans rooting for Baltimore in this scenario. That must be hard. But I mean, they don't really have a choice, do they? They would rather win their division, right? We're not going to sim it yet. But if the Browns are up by like 20 or something, then maybe we will. But not yet. We can't just give up on the game yet. As Muhammad, I think that's Kalafani Muhammad. Prediction, I don't even know how many numbers there are in that, to 2. So the Ravens are going to get a safety, I guess. If anyone can correctly figure out that number, I will trade you all of my 2nd round picks. Actually, no, I won't, because you guys are just going to copy and paste on Google. Think Steelers fans would root for a nuke? Yeah, they probably would. So, they don't have to worry about the Ravens and Browns anymore. They clinch the division. And the only team they have in their division is the Bengals. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think they are hoping for that in real life, too. They would probably win the division 11 times every 10 years. There's a better chance of a nuke coming than the Ravens coming back right now. That's honestly kind of true. Spencer Ware, rumble, bumble, and tumbling for a Baltimore first down. But yeah, the Ravens are not going to win this game. As they hope not. Well, no, I told you to figure out what the actual number is. Like, what would I say? Like quintillion? 2 quints? As Michelle loses a yard. Quintillion, I know that's not a number. Not writing it down again, that defeats the purpose. You don't know if that's an actual... That has to be an actual number. Oh, quintillion's not. Obviously. Obviously quintillion doesn't exist. I don't know what I was thinking. I may have been under the influence before the start of the stream, potentially. Yeah, no, I wasn't. Don't do drugs, kids. As James O'Shaughnessy gains 5. Setting up a 3rd down and 5. Can the Browns get the stop here? Chances are RG3 will throw it into someone in a brown jersey. People really wanted this game. I don't know why. I would have rather seen Green Bay, Chicago or something. Sony Michel drops the football. Nice hit by the defensive back. Alcohol isn't a drug. Well, under the influence of some sort of drug. I don't know. Kids don't do drugs. Kids don't drink. There you go. Can you change the name of every one of your draft picks to Quantavious October? That's a great idea. Sam, we're not simming yet. This game has to be out of hand first. But I will not be surprised if it does get out of hand sooner than later. But we're not simming yet. It's only 10-0. The sim hasn't been nice to you for 2 weeks. Well, it's been nice today. I mean, it's for Ravens, so that doesn't really say much. As RG3 sacked on first down by the rookie out of Michigan. Or no, that's Clay Flowers. Why did I think that was Chase Winovich? I could have sworn... Who has Chase Winovich? I thought the Ravens did for some reason. Maybe not. We're not simming yet. If the Browns are up by 20, we'll sim. That's the plan. You would rather Saints, Skins? Yeah, I mean, obviously we're a decent team fighting for something, and the Redskins aren't an easy competition. They have a solid squad. McCaffrey doesn't gain anything. Brooks Reed with the tackle, so they have a lot of white pass rushers with long blonde hair, but apparently not Chase Winovich. Let's watch the Skins game. Well, now it's too late because we're already watching the Steelers-Cardinals game as McCaffrey gains 1. Or he loses 1. I thought he... Yeah, it doesn't look like he gained 1. Didn't really look like he lost 1, though. I would say that's a gain of 0. Did I say Clay Flowers? I mean, Clay needs to hand the quarterback flowers so he doesn't get called with roughing the passer. You're trying to make a fire player? How fire is that? Did I make the Crocs recruits yet? Well, obviously I can't actually recruit, but I'll probably have like a sim or something with them, so I've not actually created them yet. It's Hawkinson, the rookie out of Iowa, is injured on the play, but he gets up with ease. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's week 17. The Ravens obviously aren't advancing, but still, that's a weak injury from a rookie, T.J. Hawkinson, a 320-pound receiver who's 5'9". That's kind of scary. As Griffin launching a nuke to the end zone. Super Bowl MVP Devontae Parker, the intended target. I'm just going to keep saying that about him, because that man dominated in our Super Bowl. He's the real MVP. And his player backstory is going to be that he ran a 3.94. Can I not do the tips for Anthony? I assume I can. I mean, I haven't tried yet, but I probably will be able to. Second down for Baltimore's RG3 finds Nick O'Leary, who loses the juice. O'Leary played for the Falcons for at times this season, and I assume he'd rather be there. He had a pretty big role as their tight end spot wasn't really great. I think the main starter was Gavin Escobar. Go Fleet. It's hard. Well, hopefully it's not too hard. I can't imagine it's that complicated. And it looks bad. I think it looks solid. As Parker, Super Bowl MVP, bringing it to the 30. I know we're all hoping the Ravens don't score just because we want to get out of this game quicker, but the viewers wanted to see this, so I'm giving what everyone wanted. I'm a man of the people. As Griffin over to Super Bowl MVP Devontae Parker for 16. Am I going to include guys like LeBron James Jr. and Zaire Wade? That's honestly not a bad idea. I saw someone commented, "Where's LaMelo Ball?" which probably would have been a sick idea, putting LaMelo on the Crocs. Obviously, it's kind of too late now, but... Oh, how did he not pick that off? Number 23 had that in his hands. Akilo Witherspoon, I think. I can sort of tell that was a long last name, so I guess it was him. Even the Dolphins game would have been more exciting. Who are they playing? I could probably check in the pick'em pool, but I'm too lazy. He missed the Fleet, but you're glad that some of the Fleet players are in the NFL. Yeah, I hope to see them do well. As Nick O'Leary gets the touchdown. The Jets? Yeah, the Jets, they're done. I'm pretty sure it's just the Patriots or the Bills for their division. That is a boom indeed. And the Ravens will make it a 3-point game, and I'm pretty sure they received to start the second half, so maybe this game won't be a blowout. You like LaMelo's dyed mohawk? That used to be fire. Yeah, that was a cool hairdo. RG3 is the king indeed. The king of throwing interceptions. 5, I guess now 6 touchdowns and now 12 picks on the year. So that one's in the back of the end zone. Let's see what Daniel Jones can do here under a lot of pressure against the worst team in football. Let's see what Mr. Jones can do. Locke is Vikinya's picks. I mean, Locke hasn't thrown 12 picks out. Locke probably has like 7. As Jones over to Zach Miller for 7. Coach Alex Berry calls his first time out. He has 2 remaining. Daniel Jones is Ryan Tannehill 2.0. Honestly, I could see that. I am not that high on Daniel Jones. He just doesn't really impress me. He doesn't really look like he can really just take over. I don't know. I think Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, and Drew Lock all have that potential, but I just don't see it with Jones. He did have a really good bowl game against Temple. He took over then, but other than that, I mean, wasn't great in the combine. It doesn't work. I guess in 2K it doesn't work. I mean, it sort of works. I think one of the hairdos in like 2K18 was really good for it. I think it was like the bleach mohawk fade or something. I'm not entirely sure. They're down for Cleveland. Mr. Jones looking to throw it. Jones moving a little in the pocket. Not really. Finds where's Vaweed Martavis Bryant. Tannehill plays good for the 4 games this season he plays. I mean, he hasn't really been that injury prone throughout his career other than the past few seasons with all the knee stuff. And Tennessee debatably is the best backup in the league now, so. And they need one with Marcus Marietta's minor injury history. I think Locke is a solid player. I just think he's inconsistent. I think he has a similar-ish skill set to Dwayne Haskins, and I don't think he's that much worse. What a pass from Jones to McCaffrey for the touchdown. But I think Drew Lock's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be a really solid starter. I guess sort of like a Matthew Stafford in a way, which isn't the greatest, but it's not like Ryan Tannehill. I'm not saying he plays like Matthew Stafford. He obviously doesn't have the throw power that Stafford has, but I think Locke has upside to be that, which isn't bad, but no playoff wins in 9 years, sadly. McCaffrey has 15 touchdowns on the year. He's been quite good. He threw so many games for you this season. I mean, he's just too, I feel like, mediocre. He's not even, Ryan Tannehill's not even, like, awful. He's just mediocre. And he wasn't getting Miami anywhere, so I think that was right to move on to him. You did the wrong hairstyle. I mean, I haven't made them yet, so you can change it. Cleveland did score very quickly. You had to eat. No problemo. Gotta eat those nutrients. Gotta grow to be big and tall. Tall like Dikembe Mutombo, I don't know. For who? I'm assuming his crocodile recruit. We got a flag. It looks like... I was mainly looking at the chat, but from what I saw, it looked like one of the defensive players jumped. But the refs apparently agree. I thought that was for full start signs for some reason. I'm smart. Taven Bryan with the penalty. You're glad we moved on from Tannehill, and you hope we don't draft one this year. Yeah, I mean, just where the Dolphins are, I don't think it makes sense to get one this year. I mean, I guess if Locke or Haskins is on the board at 13, it's not an awful idea. You're tall, 5'7". I'm about I say I'm 5'7", a little bit, maybe on the generous side. There's no good dark blonde color. Yeah, there's only like 5 colors per hairstyle. I think there should be more. I think 2K added some really cool hairstyles, really good concepts of like changing the different types, but they need to have more colors like they did in the past. Did he only get 1 foot in? He might only got 1 foot in. No, he didn't. He got 2. You like Haskins a lot? I think Haskins, I grade him better than any of the quarterbacks in last year's class. As Nick knows, I despised Baker Mayfield coming out of college. I thought it was going to be a massive bust, as that one is deflected by Jamar Taylor, almost a pick 6. You're 5'5" and like really young. How young is really young? Like 6? Don't worry, you don't have to tell me your age. I'm not a creep. The Dolphins would be with Fitzception. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to find a way to win 6 games next year. Just watch. He'll find a way. I mean, yeah, the division's better. I think the Jets could make a playoff run. Depending on Sam Darnold's development. As wide open down the field is 4-2-2. John Ross bringing it to the 23. RMP is 5'6". I'm probably more like 5'6", but I like to say I'm 5'7". 10-13 range. Alright, I guess that's smart, not telling me your age. I don't know. As John Ross with the touchdown, and the Ravens, it's still a 3-point game. That's why you hate the signing? I mean, yeah, but who else are they going to start? I think forever quarterbacks are Luke Falk and Jake Rudock. Like, you have to start somebody. Obviously, the fans want to tank, but, like, you can't trot out Jake Rudock as your starter. Jake Rudock is not even a good backup. We had him as our main backup for a little bit. He's not good. Duke's going to have... Oh, yeah, Duke got that 5-star. What's his name? Matthew Hurt? Is that his name? Could have been a Jayhawk, but he's a snake. He could have started theoretically. I mean, we have Lightfoot, though. And, I mean, Dedrick could theoretically return. Start Luke Falk. I did like Luke Falk coming out of Washington State last year. I don't know how he was a 6th rounder, but... You're scared that you're going to win? I mean, even if you do win 6 games, you could still get like Jake Fromm. Not sure how the Cardinals gave up on Rosen. He just doesn't show the upside. I mean, they haven't officially given up on him. As I've said numerous times, I'm not sold on the fact that they want Kyler. And, yes, we do suck, SCP. Kansas is just not good. As I'm wearing full-out Kansas gear right now, I'm saying that. Last play of the half, McCaffrey does nothing. And there's a flag. Not that really means anything. But, yeah, next year might be ugly. Unless someone like Devon Dotson plays really well. If Big Mac can be a Big Mac down low. If someone like Ochai Agbaji plays really well, Marcus Garrett. Lightfoot gets like 7 more blocks a game. Jake Rudock is from Michigan, so that's one reason not to start him. But yet you'll start Braxton Miller or JT Barrett or Cardell Jones. Wow, that's so much better. Looks like Cleveland gets another play, probably a Hail Mary. Very Hail Mary formation, and I don't know why they wouldn't go for a Hail Mary, as it's almost picked off by Adrian Phillips, I assume. A.k.a. the most randomest player in the league. That's how your half ends. And the Ravens are making it a game. Yeah, A. Phillips. The only A. Phillips I know is Adrian. Duke's starting lineup could be Trey Jones, Cassius Stanley if he commits, Wendell Moore, Matthew Hurt, and Vernon Carey. That's pretty nice. That's actually kind of scary. That is really scary. The pick and roll of Vernon Carey and Trey Jones, dear goodness. I mean, they don't have that takeover player like Zion, though, unless Vernon Carey can develop into it. One of the other freshmen can. Tom Brady also has a Bill. Bill Belichick? Oh, and he's from Michigan. Oh, yeah. So you hate Tom Brady for that. What if the Ravens actually find a way to win this game? That'd be hilarious. I mean, at this point, we're probably not simming because we got a good game. Ravens are only throwing the ball. Browns are only running it. As RG3 dancing in the pocket finds Nick O'Leary, gets by the defender, brought down at around the 37. Bold prediction, Zion won't be amazing in the NFL. Zion will not be amazing in the NFL for obvious reasons. I assume he meant the NBA. I just don't see a way that Zion could be a bust. Other than shooting, he really has it all. Such a dominant player, but yet so smooth, so graceful. It's going to be really hard to play them in Watkins Glen. Ohio State is in the top 10 of a way too early AP poll, obviously. Illinois is definitely better than Duke. Yeah, you meant NBA. I mean, Zion could go to the NFL. I know LSU offered him a scholarship to play wide receiver. And Spencer Ware gets the touchdown. Baltimore has the lead, fellas. Okay. Okay. This just got interesting. We're not simming yet. We got ourselves a game right now. Yeah, It's not the most evenly matched, but the Ravens have the lead somehow, some way. As the kick from Tucker is, or Greg Zuerlein, sorry, is drilled. Used to Tucker being on Baltimore. What is Watkins Glen? Yeah, I was sort of confused when you said hard to play them in Watkins Glen. But, oh well. A lot of his points were open dunks, and just because of dominating with size and strength in college, average center is 6'11", and he's 6'8". I mean, he's not a center, though. He's more of a power forward. I mean, yeah, most of his points were inside. Obviously, he needs to be more developed when it comes to jump shooting, but he's a good playmaker, good defender. He has a crazy motor for his size, and obviously the athleticism is off the charts. And if he can dominate like he did, then I think he's going to have no problem translating in the NBA. Get ready for Zion to be in the Knicks in 2K20. I mean, theoretically speaking, there's only a 14% chance of that happening, but knowing the NBA and its lottery, it's probably more about 60% for obvious reasons. I mean, Knicks fans think they're getting Kyrie, KD, and Zion, but really thinking about the odds, the chances that KD goes to the Knicks, probably 50-50. Kyrie going to the Knicks, I think, is a little bit under 50%, so that adds up to, like, what? Between 20 and 25%? And then adding 14% with Zion? That's not a high probability. Can't post up and bruise 7-footers constantly? Yeah, I guess that's true. But, I mean, just with his size at 285 pounds, he would be the second heaviest player in the league behind Boban, who happens to be the best player in the league. If the best player is the heaviest, if Boban's 1, then Zion will be 2. That's not bad. A lot of people say he doesn't really have a confirmed position. I mean, he kind of doesn't. I mean, I guess he theoretically could play 3, but I sort of doubt it. I don't think he has the jump shot to do it. Kemba and Brick Batum for Zion. Knicks would be dumb enough. They would be dumb enough to take that, honestly. I mean, I have a good idea. How about the Pistons enter the draft lottery since they're not a playoff team? I know they are, but talent-wise, we're not a playoff team, and get Zion. You'd have to re-sign him, sign and trade Kemba to the Knicks for Zion and Brick Batum. Browns having a nice little drive. Is McCaffrey, nice spin move on Nasir Adderley for a gain of 6. McCaffrey's been good today, but the Browns are starting to choke. Can I get a hashtag Zion to the Pistons in the chat, boys? I mean, Knicks, if you guys want Blake Griffin, we can strike up a little deal. Heck, even Andre Drummond can be in it. Forget cap space. You think Morant will be good? I think John Morant will be too. I think he reminds me... I know a lot of people say Russell Westbrook. I see a lot of John Wall. The quickness, the playmaking ability, the potential jump shot, not great yet. There's a kid in your school who looks exactly like Zion. Maybe it is Zion. Maybe it is. Who knows? Zion might be going to R&P school. Zion and the Knicks just like KD and Kyrie. I mean, shoot, if you guys want to switch markets with us, the New York Pistons, that has a nice ring to it. Knicks have a 14% chance. Yeah, that's true. It's technically very unlikely that the Knicks get Zion, and Zion probably, from what he said, it doesn't seem like he wants to play for the Knicks. Hornets have a 1%. Zion would rather play in probably Cleveland, because he said he wants to play for a small market. Or even Charlotte. As Ezekbo gains about 3. Zion to Miami? I mean, probably not, but I feel like the Heat need someone like Zion. The Heat have no future. I'm going to be straight up. They have no future. They don't have their 2021 pick, which I think is a big deal. They don't have any great young players with amazing potential. Obviously, they got my boy Swisherson, but Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, it's not great. Hornets need to cause havoc. For the Hornets, they need to be mediocre for the next 100 years. We can't have an NBA without them being mediocre or worse. As on 3rd down, Daniel Jones, look at all the time he gets! And where's Fouad Martavis? Zion of a Warriors, psych. Oh, dear, just imagine Zion of a Warriors. Who would start, Zion or Draymond? Probably I would start Draymond. Not saying he would be better than Zion, but I just think it makes more sense with where Golden State would be to start Draymond. Because you got Zion as a spark plug off of the bench who can score you points, be someone who can give that team some energy. As Daniel Jones, he throws that to no one. All the Miami teams suck. Even your college teams. I mean, Miami college teams are meh, but their pro teams, oh dear. Oh dear, their pro teams are dookie. Second and goal from the 2 now. As Daniel Jones looking to throw it. Jones, he connects with Josh Reynolds in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Beat Miami too, and you can't stop being a fan. I mean, all of my teams suck. Lions suck, Tigers suck, Pistons suck, Blackhawks suck, Oregon football, meh, Kansas basketball, meh. I have better college teams than Miami, but I mean, do we have better pro teams? We have a better football team. Right now we have a better basketball team. I guess we do have better sport teams in Miami. I guess there's that. Warriors going 9-73 in 2019-2020 and getting Cassius Winston. I mean, Cassius Winston #1. Did he get that second foot in? That's awfully close. His left foot may have sort of touched out of bounds. Your favorite teams are Dookie, except for Duke and Georgia. I mean, I think the Falcons are going to be good this year. Oh, but he wasn't. I didn't think he was. I mean, I'm always high on the Falcons. I picked them to win the Super Bowl last year. Obviously, we know how that went. Just trust in your team. You're a Browns fan, so... I mean, you guys found a light at the end of the tunnel, but will we? Bobby Lane does not want us to. But at the same time, Bobby Lane's dead, so... Yeah, I had to throw that in there. I had to. Oh, Bobby Lane. Hard to hate a quarterback who won multiple championships, but he's just... Nah. I hate him more than Tom Brady, and that says something. You guys know I despise Tom Brady. Can I get a rip for Bobby Lane in the chat, even though I despise of him? You're a Raiders fan, you got AB. Yeah, I mean, the Raiders got AB now, so anything's possible. Tyrell Williams, Trent Brown, LaMarcus Joyner, I thought that was a nice signing. Miami is literally the worst sports team in America. Are they the only city that has a bad baseball, basketball, and football team? I mean, AP, you got the Braves. The Braves might have the best future in baseball. Ronald Acuna and Ozzie Albies are locked up. That's a good team. Miami sports is way worse than Atlanta sports. The Falcons are miles better than the Dolphins. The Braves are miles better than the Marlins. And then the Hawks have a much better future than the Heat. Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Amari Spellman, John Collins, Torian Prince. That's a decent core. Happy with your new staff? I think Brian Flores was a good signing. I think he's going to be a good coach. You need to trigger AP, so the Browns they did have a better record than the Falcons. That's right. Braves, yeah, the Padres have a crazy future too. Machado, Fernando Tatis, Luis Urias, all those guys, man. Those two teams are going to be stacked. Starts with C and then... What's after C? D? A G at the end. Collecting? Collecting starts with a C and ends with a G. That's the first thing that came to mind. Collecting? Calling? Is any word that starts with C and ends with ing? I don't know. Cooling down? 5 letters in the middle. Call, then that's 6. Low-key happy for Browns fans. They've been through a lot. I mean, we need to get what the Browns got, because, I mean, we sort of have the same history as the Browns, just the Browns are more of a meme. Browns got it figured together. Why can't we? We went 0-16 too, didn't we? Wink, wink. As Super Bowl MVP Devontae Parker brings it to the 31. Try cheering for Cleveland sports. I mean, the Cavs got a brighter future than most people think. The Indians are the Indians. They're kind of a mess. But they have the AFC Central, so... Did I just say the AFC Central? I'm smart. Nice play from Ross. I mean, Atlanta and Georgia sports do choke a lot. There is that. But Atlanta sports is far better than Miami sports, and is definitely better than Detroit sports. Not that I'm a Detroitian, but most of my teams are from Detroit, so I guess I associate with Detroit sports. Can Baltimore take the lead here? What has happened in this game, honestly, people? As Sony Michel, late flag, I guess a face mask. That is not a face mask. That is an illegal block in the back on John Kuhn. I mean, yeah, the Falcons and I guess Georgia sports do choke a lot, 28-3. Natty versus Bama. Braves have definitely choked in their times. They were decent in the early 2010s. They made the playoffs a lot. Didn't really do anything, so I guess that's choking. Try having a 3-1 lead in the World Series and then losing 3 straight. I mean, the Cavs came back from one. I know the Indians choked it, but it's sort of even for Cleveland. And then Warriors fans, 3-1, baby. Seem done, but you'd rather go 6-10 and lose from up 25 than in the Super Bowl. I mean, the good thing about being a Lions fan is that there's not that much heartbreak from losing a big game because we never make the big game, so... Only team that blew a 7-point lead was the Dolphins? Really? Huh. Yeah, that's not really shocking. What was that, the Bengals game? Did they win that game against the Bengals? No, the Bengals started off 4-1. That's right, as RG3 stacked by Mac Wilson. This game's going to be tied up. Choked in the preseason and in the regular season. Good job, Dolphins. That's why I chose them, folks. They're too... I mean, and they got enough votes, but they're too average. And we won them a ring. You blew a 17-point lead. Oh, you're the only team who's done that. Who was that against? I know you guys sort of had a collapse against New Orleans. I don't know if that was a game, though. Yeah, that Bengals game was something. Those were two of the better teams of the league. Obviously, times have changed, and they're both picking in the top 13, but... Let's see what Daniel Jones has. 5 minutes left. Can he win the division? Browns are sort of in the driver's seat. Keyword is sort of. As on first down, Daniel Jones hands it off for Christian McCaffrey. He has open running room. Spin move! And it's brought down by number 51. The Falcons-Bengals game. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was nuts. That was the game where Tyler Eifert got hurt. How did the Bengals do so well at the beginning of the year and just fall apart at the end of the year? Because they're the Bengals. The Bengals would find a way to do that, clearly. How about having LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love, and to maybe have a dynasty? Then Golden State happened. I mean, you guys still want a ring, though. You can't get too mad. There are so many teams that are still hungry for rings. A team like the Nuggets or the Grizzlies who's done nothing in their existence. I mean, the Nuggets are good this year, but that doesn't really count. They're probably going to lose in the second round. Or maybe even the first. I don't see them losing the Spurs. You were at that game? I'm definitely hoping to make it to the Lions-Eagles game this year. Definitely hoping. I've never seen the Lions in person, so that'd be fun. Gonna see the Tigers in about a week and a half, so that'll be cool. And obviously, vlog. Tannehill throws the ball on a screen pass right to the Bengals. That's smart. What's good, Reese? Welcome to the stream. Kevin Love is bad because LeBron turned him into a corner shooter. I guess that's fair. He did when you were ring. I mean, look at the Nuggets. What have they done in their, 40 years of existence? Nothing, except for waste Carmelo Anthony and my son Alex English's career. Alex English is very underrated. As the Zeke Bow, solid run of about 3 or 2. Red Sox, I mean, Boston sports, man. Those are the past 2 champions ever in their respective sports have been Danny Ainge. Your mom decided to make you take out stuff? What, like for trash? That's fine. Kevin Love turned into a number 3 option. I mean, now he's sort of a number 1. I mean, now it's technically give a ball to Colin Sexton and let him shoot. I mean, now technically it's season's over, but the last month or so of the year. 4th down. Ravens sending their punting unit out. Will the Ravens come back and win the game, boys? That's a damn nice punt, though, to the 3. Okay. Who's that punter? Would you record audio for a video? Alright, that's fine. Yeah, the Nuggets did have fat lever. And you don't feel like yelling? Can RG3 come back and win this game for Baltimore? So all Ravens fans and all Browns fans can be pissed. I mean, this is not good field position, though. RG3 dropping back to pass, and he's going to be sacked in the end zone for a safety by Jonathan Allen. And the Browns take the lead. What a play from Jonathan Allen. Holy smokes, everybody. The Ravens look like they could come back, but they're tanking. They're not allowed to win this game. And bearing a collapse, the Browns will win the AFC North. Happiest days of your life, Miami Miracle, when Brady retires, when Miami wins the Super Bowl. I'm a little bit surprised Miami Miracle's ahead of both of those, though, honestly. What is up, Colin? IFL anyone? I have no clue what that is. But we know the OFL is the best football league out there. Better than the NFL. Way better than the NCAA, for obvious reasons. You meant Miami Miracle at 3? Yeah, I think Miami winning a Super Bowl will probably be better as Jones running like a madman. This is definitely the best sim league in the world. No doubt. Just realizing and then you realize you were a minute behind. Hello, Colin from 1 minute later. 2-minute warning, so the Browns are just going to chew the clock. They have McCaffrey. We don't have YouTube channel banners. What? Like OFL banners? I'm confused. Are people who make someone work for 24/7? I am confuzzled. But I'm also not a particularly smart person. I only have a 4.0 GPA, not a 4.1. Is that a thing? Probably not. 2 minutes to go, folks. First down likely ends the game. If the Browns get a first down, we'll sim. That's not a first down. Hashtag 3RMP indeed, folks. That man needs his account back. I am as confused as you are, my dude. Ravens can at least say they are the Tank Bowl champs. Yeah, they can. They have successfully tanked, but let us watch a good game, so I appreciate it, Baltimore. Can I go over the rosters before the end of the stream? I'll probably have a full roster video out on the OFL channel within the next couple days, so I guess I'll do that. And obviously, for playoff teams, no trading is allowed. Non-playoff teams can for obvious reasons. And once you're eliminated from the playoffs, you can make trades. You are allowed to negotiate trades if you're in the playoffs, but nothing can be official. But you are allowed to negotiate. You just can't trade for someone before the Super Bowl. As flag, I think that'll be illegal touching on the Browns. I don't know why you pass it on 3rd down and 4, though. In that scenario, why would you throw the ball? Don't you want the Ravens to be out of timeouts? And 4 yards isn't even that far away. Why would you go deep? You can't even remember your record. The Redskins are currently 6-9. 69. 69. Hopefully 6-10. Because I would like to win the division. Can we check yearly awards after the sim? That's a good idea. We'll do that. I mean, I guess you'll have a somewhat decent pick. Probably like 10 or so. I guess that's not bad. EA is so stupid. You're not wrong, bud. EA is not the brightest tool in the shed. Is that the phrase? I don't know. Can RG3 come back and win this game, though? But Browns got the safety. It looked like they had it locked up, but Baltimore can legit win this game, folks. Wentz for worst player of the year. Wentz improved throughout the year, I'll say that. As Willie Snead gets out of bounds, Baltimore still has a timeout because Cleveland is rock stupid. That's Cleveland Browns football for you. If Cleveland loses this game and loses the division, that would be quite a collapse. I mean, they're still in the playoffs, but it's not going to be as easy. Wentz threw multiple touchdowns against you. I mean, that doesn't make a player good, though. One good game. I mean, Wentz has had multiple good games, though. You guys are likely going to miss the playoffs. The Cardinals, it's less than 50% chance that they make it, so I guess you're right. Nice play from, I think, Taven Bryan setting up a 2nd and 10. Yeah, I don't know how Baltimore's going to win this game, man. Ravens win 27-26. Rieger expects a field goal. Wherever Ravens are on the field right now, that very well could happen. They're now past the 50s. Michelle gains 6 or 5. So your team is stupid. I think that's what he's saying. They're down in 5 now as RG3. This might be the biggest play of the game, folks. Griffin connects with Willie Snead, and I think he got it. That'll be a Baltimore first down, everybody. And the Ravens are getting awfully close to field goal range. If they don't get the #1 overall pick, that'll be kind of embarrassing. And if the Browns don't win the division, that'll also be kind of embarrassing. As far as I know, this game does not affect Pick'em, because Pick'em is very close. EJ and I are tied for the lead. RMP is 1 game back, but I assume we all picked Cleveland here. As RG3, what a catch! I thought that was picked off, game over, but nope. And Baltimore is in field goal range. That's Jawan Jennings, the rookie from Tennessee. Holy cow, everyone. As Spencer Ware brings it to the 20, Cleveland has to start calling timeouts. And I think this game is pretty much over, everybody. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to somehow win this game and go up to 4-12. And the Cleveland Browns no longer have fate in their hands. And neither do the Ravens. So this is a lose-lose scenario for both of these teams. But if Tennessee wins and the Steelers lose, then it really doesn't matter. The biggest upset in OFL history? I mean, it probably is. Nick is hoping for a fumble. Will it happen? I would rather see the Browns win so the Ravens get the #1 overall pick. I want a user team to have the first pick. I mean, obviously, someone's going to trade for that Tennessee pick, knowing this league. But we got 12 people on the stream. You guys are sick. Sick in a good way, not, like, mentally sick. Browns out of timeouts. The Ravens just can't turn it over. Could trade up. I mean, what picks do you have to trade up, though? As Sony Michel cannot fumble it, and he does not. Brought down at the 7. Clock is ticking, and Baltimore will kick a field goal to win the game. This is why we did not sim when the game was... Why are they going no huddle? Okay, this game is not smart when it comes to late game situations, so Baltimore could still lose this game. Unless they go for a field goal now. You can't trade for... Oh, you can't trade for a CPU top 3 pick? I guess maybe not. You thought you traded for Tennessee's pick? I thought you didn't. Maybe you did. Actually, I think you're right. I think you did get that pick. So, if the Ravens win this game, then the Dolphins are in a good position to get the #1 overall pick, if that's true. I don't know why they're running more plays. Timeout, I assume we'll see the field goal unit out, or else there needs to be coaches fired. I have no clue what they're doing, SCP. They should just kick the field goal now and end the game. Bye-bye, Browns. Have fun losing. If the Browns don't win their division now, this is embarrassing. Check DMs, will do. Here comes out Greg the Leg Zerline for the win. And the Ravens might not get the #1 overall pick. Browns might not win the division. Tannehill the holder, and it's good. What teams are available? About half of the teams are available. So if there's a specific team you want, I can let you know. I know the Raiders are available. I see your logo's a Raider logo, and they are not a user, so 4 seconds left indeed. Browns gotta get a Hail Mary right here, or else it's game over. Whoa, the Chiefs won 45-13, and the Chiefs win the division. Okay, in a blowout. Wow. You think people would be interested, but if you did it for MLB The Show, I think that'd be fun. I'd do it. I think that'd be a ton of fun. And the Dolphins could have pick one, indeed. As Jones quickly throwing it, and it's incomplete, almost in the hands of Michael Crabtree, but it doesn't matter. And the Baltimore Ravens get the upset of the century. It's not that much work, honestly. I mean, it's a little bit of work, but it's not too hard to run a sim league. I think the Raiders are in contention for a playoff spot. I think they might be in contention for that final wild card spot. Oh, wait, no, because the Broncos are going to get a wild card, and then either the Browns or the Steelers will, so the Raiders probably won't. Can Cleveland miss the playoffs? No, the Browns have already clinched, but they could still lose the division, and that means this is a big game for the Steelers. With a win, they clinch the division, and with an Arizona win, they're more likely to make the playoffs. Oh, yeah, I'll check the Dolphins picks. But what a collapse from the Browns. And the chase for the number 1 overall pick just got really interesting, folks. You don't need to have online franchise because this isn't technically an online league. Might start Flacco. I mean, Daniel Jones wasn't that bad, but he wasn't really good either, so I guess Flacco would make sense for the playoffs. You don't need online franchise since it's not like an actual online league. Alright, who am I checking? Dolphins. Yep, the Dolphins have the Titans pick, so with a Tennessee loss, the Dolphins could have the number 1 overall pick. I'm not entirely sure of tiebreakers. So, the user won again. Interesting. Alright, folks. So, Siri will choose the user once again. Since the Cardinals are the home team, Pittsburgh is 1, Arizona is 2. Siri, choose a number between 1 and 2.
The answer is 1.
Using the Steelers. And the primetime game, I didn't think it'd be as interesting as it was since the Steelers now have a chance to win the division. We really want mediocrity? I mean, Daniel Jones was pretty mediocre today. I mean, user doesn't really affect it. I mean, the users are sort of on a win streak, but hopefully that doesn't affect the game. I mean, the Ravens found a way to win, so maybe it does. As Aaron Rodgers, likely your OFL MVP, is having quite the season. Steelers sort of on a drop the past month or so, but they're still playing good football. And they could clinch. Could they clinch the number 1 seed? I think with a win, the Steelers would get the 1 seed. Wow. Joshy here is rooting for Pittsburgh. I want to see Arizona make the playoffs. I think that would be very interesting. I think that could cause some drama. And more drama, the better. In the 1 quarter Flacco played, he had 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's true. As we are here in Arizona, I forget the name of their stadium for some reason. Doesn't really matter. Week 17 football, with the Cleveland Browns losing, the Steelers could clinch the division and the 1 seed with a win today. With a win for the Cardinals, they are still alive in the playoff race. Oh, I didn't even check DMs yet. If Buckner gets 4 sacks in this game, he'll give even no. Whoa, okay. Nick hoping for a big game from Buckner now. As the kickoff, Week 17, Sunday Night Football is underway. I don't know if the game was smart enough to realize this is an important game and to put it on Sunday night, or if it's just a wild coincidence. It's probably the second one, knowing EA. Here's a look at Drew Lock. He has 8 interceptions on the year, so there you go, folks. If I win the Super Bowl, give me the #1 overall pick, so AP gets a double win. Well, the Falcons aren't going to win it with Dwayne Haskins coming back for the conference championship. Wink, wink. Locke, don't throw the ball to the other team. That might be challenging for Mr. Locke here. As Leonard Fournette on the run brings it to the 40. Buccaneers gonna have 2 in the first. I mean, Cardinals do have the ball, so I guess it'll be a little challenging, but could happen. Go Fatty! It's gonna be a handoff for the hamburger. He gains 1. As here's a look at the Cardinals offense after the past. I'm not gonna bother looking at all those names. Wait, why'd they wait, did they just put it in the wrong order? Because I just saw the offensive lineman. That's weird. I wasn't looking when they showed the skill positions, but they put the offensive lineman second. Okay. As it's going to be a handoff for the human. I already used hamburger, so the human donut. Here's a look at Pittsburgh's defense. That is a scary defensive line. Dear goodness. And, okay, I guess probably a little bit below average linebacking core. Good outside linebackers. And then the secondary, not great. But that D-line was scary. Fournette is eating. Fournette's has a decent start. Third down. Locke has no friends in the backfield because RNP would say he went to Missouri. That's why, as already an interception, it's Josh Jackson who makes the play. His 5th on the year. He's having quite a good season. Former Iowa Hawkeye, so I guess RNP doesn't like him. I'm not his biggest fan since he's a Packer. I guess Nick doesn't really like him right now since he just made that play. You were just rooting for the Steelers? Yeah, I think AP is rooting for the Steelers. So now we get to see the likely MVP of the league, Aaron Rodgers, a.k.a. the toxic teammate. He's toxic, people. As on first down, handoff for Jordan Wilkins for nothing. Where did Jordan Wilkins go to college again? Why am I not remembering? I'm smart. If anyone knows, let me know. I'm dumb. Nice effort, 81. I think that's D.D. Westbrook. Rodgers now all alone in the backfield. He has no friends. As Rodgers, he will connect with Nelson Aguilar for 8. Did I do a fantasy draft? Yes, I did. So that's why these rosters are all wacky. Obviously, there have been a bunch of trades, but even with a bunch of trades, there'll still be a lot of the same players, so yes. 3rd down and 2 now for the Steelers. Can they convert, or can Arizona get a stop? I will put my money on the Steelers, but maybe I'm wrong, and no, I'm right. It's Darius Geis gains 10 or 11 for LSU Tiger for a Steeler first down. Good start for Pittsburgh as they got the interception, and a good gain from Mr. Geis. Could have been a Lion, but we don't need him because we got Kerryon. We're set. Okay, D, it's a big game. It is a big game. They don't look ready yet. As Jordan Matthews wide open up the middle Gain of 11, Josh Allen with the play. That could have been a lot worse since there was no one miles of Matthews, it looked like at the beginning, but there was. Stream conference championships in the Super Bowl. Obviously, we're streaming the Super Bowl. Might stream conference championships. That's what we'll see. And then I think for the wild card round and the divisional round, I think we're going to watch 2 games per episode, and then the conference championship, we'll watch both. And for wild card and divisional, I'll put all 4 games on the poll, even ones with non-user teams. First down from the 49, as Aaron Rodgers will hand it off for Darius Geis, wrapped up for a gain of 1. Nice play by Ryan Shazier, who was drafted in real life by the Steeler team. And the fantasy draft was picked by San Francisco, then traded to Arizona. You hate your defense. I don't think you hate it right now. As Coach Cody Goforth, not too thrilled with that play. Now it's 2nd down and 8. 400 comments in the chat. You guys are nuts. Come on, Buckner, get a sack. As I think that might be DeForest Buckner with the tackle, speak of the devil. No, that's Deron Payne. Oh, well, that was a defensive tackle. I was taking a 1-2 shot, and yeah, I was wrong. Now it's 3rd down and 7 for the Steelers. Will they convert, or can Arizona get a big stop here? Steelers got the momentum right now, and a first down will give them even more. As A-Rod looking to throw it. A-Rod up the middle. Finds Juju Smith-Schuster for a gain of 15. You hate In-N-Out. I mean, In-N-Out doesn't serve pancakes, I don't think, so I guess I hate them too. Buckner, a sack, not a tackle. Well, it wasn't even Buckner, so oof. Now at the 31, not much time left here in the first. Rodgers hands it off for Geis. Geis trucks the defender and gains about 5 or 6. Yep, 6. You hate your... I think right now I'd be hating this defense too. I'm just shocked by that Chiefs game, folks. I don't know how the Broncos didn't put up any fight. I have never had In-N-Out, probably because I don't live near Cali. I know there are a few in different places, but I live nowhere near one. We have the luxury of this wonderful place called McDonald's. And that's not sarcasm. Okay, Seattle won. So, I think Arizona's eliminated. Huh. With Seattle's win, I don't think there's a possibility for the Cardinals to make the playoffs, so I guess they're just playing for pride right now, and they're not showing much pride on this drive. But yeah, I don't think there's a way, because I think Seattle was half a game above them with the tie against Carolina, so I think the Cardinals' hopes and dreams are done regardless of the result of today's game. Jordan Wilkins with the ball. Wilkins gains 2. Back FG's was I about to say screaming? Streaming. I saw he's streaming a Dynasty, so I'm definitely going to want to pop in there once this is done. 3rd down and 2 for the Steelers. As Geis is stopped by Matt Milano. That'll end the first quarter. Game is tied at 0, but for all the Cardinals fans out there, we already found their fate. 420 comments now, 420 blaze it. Nick has to admit that Wentz trade was good. I mean, you gave up so many picks, though. I don't know if we're going to... I mean, I guess it was a good trade. I guess it wasn't an awful deal. AP has no life, apparently. Who will you be rooting for in the playoffs now, Nick? I assume not the Falcons, but is there any team in particular? Maybe us? Good is a weird name for it. It kind of is. You're kind of right about that. A 2021-7 for Nick Bosa. I mean, based on the way the Cardinals defense is playing, that's kind of a steal for Arizona. Why are they building In-N-Out almost across the street from 5? Wow, that's genius marketing. You are rooting for a nuke. That might not be a bad idea. Once the Saints are out of the playoffs, yeah, I don't see us winning the OFL Bowl, sadly. We were probably hoping for a nuke. Locke's only pass of the day is an interception. I would say this Cardinals season summed up in one word is an interception. A nuke means Cardinals are the LFL champs. Yeah, you've been saying all year how they're going to win the LFL Bowl. What happened to that? Leonard Fournette, nice spin move. That boy, thick. That'll bring you 2nd and 6. Matt LaFleur and his squad definitely did not live up to expectations. But, I mean, they finished over 500. I guess that's good. It's also the 2nd straight year that it's Seattle who eliminates Arizona. Last year, these two teams played against each other, and Seattle got the win. And eventually lost to the Falcons. This is a fumble! Picked up by Mike Daniels. That's Ramik Wilson with the sack. And the Steelers will get it at the 22, and if this game's a blowout, we will be simulating since we know Arizona's playing for nothing. And the Steelers are in prime position to get the 1 seed. They won the LFL Bowl last year and would love to do it again. Cardinals won the offseason, yet they didn't improve. You never said that? Oh, we can pull up all the pictures and all the logs that say that you said that. As Geis is wrapped up. I thought Aaron Rodgers was throwing it, but nice play by number 74, whoever that gentleman may be. I guess whoever the Cardinals' right end is. Nick, who's your right end? You said it in journal. You did say it today. You said that the Cardinals won the offseason. As Geis loses another 2 yards. That'll set up a 3rd and 17. Usually it's not a 3rd and 17 after 2 run plays, but this Cardinals defense is one of a kind. As A-Rod looking to throw it. Rodgers finds Jordan Wilkins. Wilkins gains about 8 or 9. That'll lead to another field goal, and the score will now be 6-0. Pittsburgh has the lead. I mean, Arizona is pretty much out now, but can they play the role of the spoiler and prevent the Steelers from winning the division, and Cleveland, despite their massive choke, can maybe get it? You said winning the offseason always leads to disappointment, but that's still saying you won the offseason technically, so. There's a Cardinals suck chance here at State Farm Stadium. I guess that's what it's called. I would not be shocked. I mean, if it was Philly, obviously, maybe saying they suck, knowing those Philly fans. Yeah, this is a big LOL. I don't think I could put it better. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. And that'll do it, pretty much. Falcons overrated? I hope so. I hope so. I hope they lose to Jacksonville and then we beat Washington. That's what I picked in Pick'em, and I mean, trying to win Pick'em, so. I know I picked the Cardinals for this game, which is just swell. This game hates you. I mean, it hates a lot of people, so. 2nd down for Mr. Locke, as he will find A.J. Green. And we got a late flag. I think that might be a face mask on Pittsburgh. 15 extra yards for Arizona, and it is a face mask on Howard Wilson. What a man. This game hates me, never forget. I mean, Nick, you shouldn't even be in this situation because of Madden. It hates you, but it handed you the game against the Packers, so. What can I say? Cardinals now have it of a 45. They still absolutely have a chance to win this game, as Locke will find his man for a gain of 10. I think that's one of the running backs. I was about to say A.J. Green, but then I saw 3. And yeah, A.J. Green's jersey number does not start with a 3. That's the thick boy Leonard Fournette. Was he in? I don't know if he was in. Well, they're not going to reveal it. How about starting off 0-2? I guess that's why. Did you guys go 0-4 in AFC North play? Did you guys lose to... Did you guys lose to Cincy? I think you did, yeah, 0-4. We got another late flag. I think that'll be a face mask on Ramik Wilson. Nope, it's illegal block, or no, that's holding on David Njoku, so it's now 1st and 19. No face mask, but that one was on Njoku. I mean, Nick, if you want to trade me Tyler Eifert, business is open. As for Nets, will gain 5. Setting up a 2nd down and 15. How about losing like 3 in a row in the mid-season? I mean, you were saying you wanted to tank, so you can't be too triggered. How about not getting murdered by the Falcons? Oof. We got a flag. I think that'll be a false start. When we watch Arizona, they get plenty of false starts. They need to be more disciplined up front. As it will be Vershawn Fournette. I don't know if it was on him, maybe. Do you have anything else to do? Apparently not. Fournette gains a solid 8 yards. Can't go wrong with 8, even if you're eliminated from the playoffs. 3rd and 11 now for the Cardinals is Locke. He will find D.D. Westbrook, who converts. Ready for your paragraph about how you lost the Wentz trade? You want 5 to 7 sentences? Check the DMs. You slide it in my DMs, boy? That does not sound right, but okay. Tyler Eifert? Yes, I want Tyler Eifert. I mean, I'm probably too broke to get him, but maybe this will work. 1st down from the 24. As Fournette is clobbered by Ramik Wilson in the backfield. No mercy on his soul. Is there a clear-cut #1 player in this draft class? I wouldn't say there's a clear-cut, no. We'll have a big scouting thing in the offseason, so. We've reached a 2-minute warning here in the first half. This game has flown by. Steelers up 6-0, but Cardinals are driving down the field here. 2nd and 11 now. As Locke looking to throw it. Locke scrambling. He will find Fournette, who fumbles the football. Ramik Wilson with his 2nd fumble worst of the day. And he recovers his own fumble. Steelers get the football. You still want to know if you can do that Willie Snead trade? Yeah, you can still do it. I just must have totally missed it. This is a big lull. Who starts with the football? I think the Steelers do. So if this game gets out of hand, we will simulate. First down from a 24 now for the Steelers. Can they drive down the field and extend their lead as A-Rod finds a wide open Jordan Matthews, and he is green ahead, untouched like weekend homework for a Pittsburgh touchdown. Why would you trade Wentz literally if you have a good quarterback in Madden? I mean, I've seen Wes Lunt lead teams to the Super Bowl as a 51 overall, so quarterback rating doesn't matter that much. But then again, it's Wes Lunt, so Nick wants to sim. We're not simming yet. It's only 13-0. If the Steelers are up by 20, or if the Steelers are up by 3 possessions, we'll sim. Let's get it. He's gone. Hashtag go Steelers. What a disaster for the Cardinals. I mean, they're not really playing for anything. Excuse me. But they're not really playing for anything. But, I mean, still, must be hard to watch if you're rooting for the Cardinals, which I know, according to this chat, is not too many people. Not too many at all. AJ Green on the season is playing okay. I think the Cardinals did trade in Atlanta 2021 first in that deal. I think Daniel Jones was in it too, if I'm not mistaken. Daniel Jones was originally with Atlanta, then part of a Wentz deal, as Tyler Eifert, who I wouldn't mind on my team. Drew Lock has not thrown an incompletion since the interception. Be right back and hop on your computer. Your phone is at 6%. Alrighty. 21-0, we simming. If the Steelers are up by 3 possessions, we'll sim. So, I guess if they kick a field goal, even though it's technically 2 possessions, I'll still sim just because this is getting out of hand. If you guys like 3 laugh, I'm confused, check pin messages in the general section. Oh dear, this is on 10%. Great. I'm smart. I don't see anything in general. I'm confused. Oh well. So 2nd and 4 at midfield now for the Cardinals. Can they put up some points to end the half? What was that? What did I just watch? That whole throwing motion was ugly. We might have to sim. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. You may have said something, there's nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and 4. Will we have another awkward, terrible throwing motion? Is Locke going down the field. D.D. Westbrook with the catch, and Westbrook with the touchdown. And this game just got a little bit closer, folks. That also means longer until we sim, sadly. If the Steelers score on their next drive, we will sim, and then if the Cardinals make it close, we'll come back. Trust me, we will make the playoffs. I will even... Wow. Wow. That's tough. That is tough. But it's a 6-point game now. Anything's possible. Cardinals can come back and spoil the Steelers' chances of winning the division. As Sanchez gets it back. The only Sanchez I know who'd be returning kicks is Gary Sanchez? I'm so stupid. Zach Sanchez, who played for Oklahoma. EA wants you to fail. EA handed you a win against the Packers, so you can't really be talking. Illegal block in the back on Rashawn Golden. 2nd-year man from, I think... Was he Tennessee? I think he went to Tennessee. The Arizona Cardinals are definitely a meme. As Aaron Rodgers screened for Jordan Wilkins. Wilkins gains 5. Clock ticking. Steelers call a timeout. They have 1 remaining. I don't know where I got Gary Sanchez from. I'm sure he's returning kicks in the OFL. I'm sure of it. That probably isn't even Zach Sanchez, but... I mean, he's a corner. Corners can return kicks, so I guess it could. 2nd and 6, as Aaron Rodgers under a ton of pressure. He's going to be sacked by somebody. Trust me, I will make the playoffs. Trust me, daddy. Third down and 20 now for Pittsburgh as Aaron Rodgers over at Geis. They're just running the ball. Will Arizona call a timeout? They do. So the Cardinals have a chance to take the lead before halftime, folks. Cardinals are far from out of this game.
You can hear me from my way. Can I just say hi? I won't bother you. You have the chicken. Give me the fucking chicken. Can I just say hi, Daddy?
No, Sandy's being a bobber, folks. What's good, USGU? Welcome to the stream, my dude.
Can I just say hey?
So 43 seconds left for the Cardinals. Sydney's being a bother. She's gone now.
They call me a butt. They call me a butt. I'm a butt, you guys.
43 seconds left until halftime. Can Arizona take the lead before the end of the half? A USGU sighting is very rare indeed. He was there for premiere today, though, so double trouble. I guess he's probably off. His lock launching a bomb down the field, and D.D. Westbrook with the touchdown, and the Cardinals take the lead, assuming they make the extra point. What has happened to this game? We were talking about a blowout, but Arizona's winning. Who is that? No, that is a guinea pig. That is 100% a guinea pig. Will he be back? No promises. So the Steelers have about 34 seconds left. 14 unanswered right now for the Cardinals. Rodgers, 7 for 7. He has MVP locked up, folks. Who owns each team? Well, Nick here owns the Cardinals, and as you can tell, he's probably not too thrilled. As A-Rod gets it to Geis. Geis spin move gains 2. A guinea pig that can, yep, the guinea pig can talk total English. Nick thought he was the best. Smith owns the Cardinals. Yep. You don't own, well, it's not really owning, I guess, technically. You're selling them. Oh, I see. Okay, so the Steelers are just running the ball. That's how the first half ends. The Steelers had control for this whole half. They have had control of this game, but the Cardinals, with 2 long touchdown passes to D.D. Westbrook, are on top. 14-13, and the Cardinals trying to play the role of the spoiler. I guess we'll take a look at the halftime. You'll buy it with a small loan of $58 million. I would choose the 10 V-Bucks over 58 mil. Looking around the league, the Chiefs clinch the OAFC West in blowout fashion. Phillip Rivers dominated, Alex Smith did not. Broncos will still make it as a wild card. They'll either be the 5 or the 6 seed, as the other wild card also has 10 wins most likely. Steelers beat San Francisco, so Arizona will not be making the playoffs because of that. Very nice game from Russell Wilson, in Seattle will likely make it as a 6 seed. And the other non-user games, the Chargers beat Oakland, and then we saw Baltimore upset the Browns 27-26. You're moving the Cardinals to Toronto, so the Huskies are back. The Niners are doo-doo. AP is a disgrace to the Cardinals. Alright, second half kickoff underway. Quote-unquote Gary Sanchez, wink wink, gets it back. The Toronto Huskies are back, kind of. So 16 minutes for the Steelers to clinch their division. If not, they will be either the 5 seed or the 6 seed, depending on the whole thing with the Broncos. I'd say it'd help the Niners, but then you'll disappear again. That's fair. Geis gains 7. You'll purchase them with your loan. That's a swell idea. Second down and 3 now for Pitt. Are you the only one with a 4-day weekend? I mean, I have a 9-day weekend. I'm on break. I had all of this week off. I'm a lucky duck. Jordan Matthews gains, like, 15. Yep. Nick is rooting for a win. He wants to play spoiler now. I mean, would you root for a win or a better draft pick? I mean, the draft pick, it won't be too much better, but I guess it'd be a little better. I don't know. Anyone have Monday off? Sadly, no. Unless there's a blizzard or a hurricane. Which, it won't happen, but... You asked for socks, candy, and an Xbox gift card, a basketball, and an Xbox gift card again. Wait, you get presents for Easter? I'm sad now. Yeah, I got like one, but like back in the old days, but dang. You have the Steelers pick though. I mean, the Steelers are good. They're in the playoffs, so you're on break this week and next. What? What is life? You have the Jets pick. You're lucky because the Jets are not the greatest. There's Mercedes Lewis, the veteran, being brought down at 25. Your phone is low, so you're gone. Well, make sure that phone is charged up, my dude. You get them just to make your sister happy? What? How do you get presents for yourself just to make your sister happy? I am confuzzled. Your spring break was a month ago? We always have spring break the week before Easter, which, I mean, I guess it's fine. Your spring break was the first week of April. Your parents got them. I mean, how do they make your sister happy, though? That makes no sense. First down from the 25 for the Steelers. A-Rod connects with Nelson Aguilar for 3. Setting up a second down and 7 for the Steelers. As Rodgers over to Geis. Geis does not gain much. How do you... I mean, that's sort of weird that your sister wants to get 3 stuff, but good for you. Good for you. They're down now for the Steelers. They should be able to take the lead with a field goal, but, I mean, I guess there's no guarantees. As that one will be a conversion. I don't think he got in, but that's awfully close. I wasn't full on paying attention, so doesn't really say much. As Rodgers and Geis in the backfield, Geis moving to a wide receiver. You'll probably be back and forth. That is A-okay. As Rodgers looking in the end zone for a wide open Darius Geis. That's a Steeler touchdown. They take the lead. Big play right there for Pittsburgh. They're obviously going for 2. That's not really a surprise. As Jordan Wilkins is stopped by Montez, the potential future Lion Sweat. And your score will remain 19-14. As that one will go in the back of the end zone. Jones will take a knee. So here comes out the Cardinal offense. D. Westbrook's made some nice plays. Will he make another one? Rodgers is 13 for 13. There's clearly something with the sliders and users. I don't get it. Fournette gains 4. That'll set up a second down and 6 for the Cardinals. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the quarter. David Njoku in motion. Check sliders when we lose. Great idea. I mean, I don't know why sliders would make an impact, but that's Madden. What do you know? Third down and 2 for the Cardinals. Looks like they're in a run formation. Fournette will convert. He gains 5 or 6. Madden is very weird. Madden is not the smartest. 2K make a football game, or even MLB, even San Diego Studios, honestly. I mean, I think San Diego Studios could make a good football game. They have a great baseball game. I think that's by far the best sports game, not including NCAA 14. Obviously, that one takes the cake, as Eifert gains 19. So both games at the beginning looked like blowouts, but There have been comebacks, and the Browns choked away a chance to win the OAFC North. And can the Steelers do the same as Fournette gains a yard? Or he loses a yard, sorry. I am not the smartest person in the world. Definitely one of the least colorful crayons in the crayon box. As Fournette breaks a tackle, what a run! Still on his feet. And Fournette will gain 24. You should have lost a yard. Don't understand why it's called San Diego Studios for headquarters isn't there. I guess maybe they were in San Diego. I don't really know. You got a flag on the play. Potentially a false start on Arizona. And that'll move him back 5 yards. What a surprise. Maybe, just maybe, you'll get the bid. I assume not the playoff bid. As Fournette gains 8, 2nd and 7. You live in San Diego, you're pretty sure you don't have San Diego Studios headquarters. If the Cardinals lose, they get a worse pick. That's true. So, is AP going to be rooting for the Cardinals now just because of that? There's Matt LaFleur mouthing off to a ref. What are you doing, dude? You trying to get tossed? The fourth quarter on your way. We got ourselves a pretty interesting game right here. Cardinals playing for pride. Steelers playing for the division. The pick is going to be in the late teens, so it's not that much of a better pick. As David Njoku gets the touchdown, and the Cardinals will take the lead with 7:56 to go, which is more than enough time. Check DMs will do. Two-point conversion to make it a 3-point game for a lock, as it'll go to Tyler Eifert, and he gets it. 3-point lead for the Cardinals. So now a field goal only ties it for Pittsburgh. Why can't I give my $1 donation? You do not need to donate to me, my guy. I don't have Super Chat set up because I don't need your money. Or is it to FG? He could use the money more than me. I mean, you couldn't even donate to me if you wanted to, so I assume it's to him. You are a good fella, Mr. Mentor. As here's Greg Olsen, the old injury-prone man. For a gain of 7. Take you money. Second down and 3 now for the Steelers is Aaron Rodgers. He will connect with Jordan Matthews, and Matthews will get the first down. You know you want it. I mean, money talks. Money, money. Take your money. Ooh, yum. Your defense does not like to cover Jordan Matthews. He must have cooties or AIDS or something. I don't know. Maybe he's Magic Johnson. First down from the 39 now is Rodgers. He will look short for Jordan Wilkins, who gains 7. A big old yummy. That'll bring a 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. How much time left? 6:14. I thought there was less. I feel like this drive's taking a little bit. I feel like it's been more than a minute and a half, but okay. As A-Rod looking to throw it. A-Rod under pressure, hit hard by, I'm pretty sure, DeForest Buckner, who does not have a sack today. He is 17 for 17. Dear goodness. Dear goodness. It's now 3rd down and 4 for the Steelers. Arizona would love a stop here. And it's going to be picked off. They do get that stop. It's Adrian Amos who makes the play. And the Cardinals are now in the driver's seat. Right when AP says, come on, Pitt. Right when he says, go Steelers, Amos makes the play. And the Cardinals will get the ball back. $60 years later, that is an oof. So 5:37 left to go for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can finish this one off. As Leonard Fournette will gain 5. They'll most likely choke it. You're probably right. I think they will. I'd expect a choke. So 2nd and 6. Hot. It is hot. Or maybe I'm hot. You think I'm hot? I don't know. 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals. As Drew Lock under pressure, he will be sacked by Danielle Hunter. Hunting quarterbacks. He always does when they play us. Setting up a 3rd down and 15. AP salty. Why would AP be salty? His team is probably going to win the division and probably get a 1st round bye. Keyword is probably. Nice play from Hunter. And it is 3rd and 15. Nick is obviously rooting for the Cardinals. It looks like Colin is. I know Joshy said he's rooting for the Steelers. AP is rooting for the Steelers. Since the Cardinals are out, I really don't care. I guess I kind of want to see Arizona win for the NFC pride. But Danielle Hunter gets the sack anyway, so there you go. Minnesota Viking. Former Minnesota Viking, technically. I wish I could say that in real life. I don't like playing him twice a year. That'll force a punt for Arizona. The Steelers get themselves a chance. Drew, I'm going to take you ACL if you don't use it. Uh-oh. So, just under 4 minutes left to go for the Steelers. If they score a touchdown, if they take the lead, if they win this game, they'll be divisional champs. And if not, they'll just be a 5 or 6 seed as Rodgers finds Jordan Matthews for what should have been about 17 yards, but turned into 23. I don't know how Jordan Matthews made that play, but good play by him as Rodgers over to Wilkins for a nice 4-yard gain. Whoop-de-doo. 16. Oh, he threw it incompletion? Oh, yeah, the interception by Amos. That's right. Now it's 2nd and 5. That's how math works. 43 plus 5 is 47 confirmed. How is he so perfect? Because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's the toxic teammate. As he's now 20 for 21. As he connects with Nelson Aguilar. 3rd down and 1. For the Steelers. This might be the biggest play of the game. 2:13 left to go, folks. The Steelers need a conversion. Cardinals kind of need a stop. And I say kind of because they're not really playing for anything. I think he got it. Good play from Bosa, but I don't think it's enough. I think Wilkins got the first, and he did. And we are now at the 2-minute warning. We got ourselves quite an ending on tap. Steelers down 22-19. Both teams, I believe, have all 3 timeouts. Technically, he's perfect because the ball was caught. I mean, he's perfect when it comes to throwing the ball in someone's hands, but he's not perfect when it comes to throwing it in his team's hands. I love when, like, someone on, like, Westlake or something, like, when I'm commentating a game and that happens, because I always have to bring it up, because I always find that so interesting. First play past the 2-minute warning is an 8-yard gain for Olsen. Steelers going no huddle. Cardinals are still in a better position right now than Pittsburgh is to win this game, but Pittsburgh has the ball, and having the ball in this situation is very powerful. As Mason Foster with the interception. And I think the Cardinals are going to win this game. So, somehow, the Browns lose, and then the Steelers get the division handed to them on a silver platter, and they still lose. So, despite losing to the worst team in the league, the Cleveland Browns, barring a miracle, will still win their division and still get a first-round bye. I have no clue who's going to get the 1 seed in the AFC, though. Could be the Chiefs, could be the Steelers, or could be the Browns. Will be the Steelers if they win, which is unlikely. They aren't playing for anything, that is true. And the Steelers could technically win it. They get some stops here, but in this situation, I would not want to face Leonard Fournette. If it was a maturity test, then I would choose Leonard Fournette. If it was a driving test, I would choose Fournette because his license is supposed to be suspended. 3-yard loss. Big tackle right there by the Steelers, and they still have life with 1:38 left to go. You're back again. Welcome back. We got quite an ending that we're going to get. Cardinals just got an interception with Mason Foster, as it's now 2nd and 12 for Arizona. Locke gets it to Fournette. Fournette has open running room. That's a quality gain of 8. Do you run it or do you pass it? Personally, I run it, but we know the CPU is more than fine with throwing the ball. Fatty 3 can run. I think they have to hand it off to Fournette. With his power, he should be able to gain 4. But knowing this game, it's going to be a pass. I will bet $10 if they throw the ball. Am I right? Nope, I just lost $10, but it doesn't matter as Fournette. He only gains about 2, and the Steelers still have a chance. They're out of timeouts, but they still have a minute and a half to go. This punt is very important, though, because Arizona's punter has a chance to pin him deep. I forgot who your punter is, Nick. Bradley Pinion. Will he pinion him deep? And nope, it goes into the end zone. So the Steelers need 80 yards to take the lead and likely win the game. And I don't know who their kicker is, so I don't know, 45 yards gets them a field goal. Let's see if it'll happen. A turnover will end this game pretty much, as the Cardinals will just knee it. Let's go defense. Do. There's Rodgers on first down under pressure, and he has to throw it away. Nice play by the defensive back, getting to the backfield. I guess the Cardinals players want to win since they know this is it for the season. And they want to have one last hurrah until next year, which technically speaking is only probably like a month away. 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw it. Rodgers up the middle. He finds Olsen for a first down. Where's your $15? First of all, I said 10. Oh, you'll bet 15 that Rodgers is throwing, I see. Rodgers here on... Oh, he didn't get it. Okay. Now, Jordan Matthews converted, so it doesn't really matter, but still. I thought Olsen clearly got it. So now we want to win, apparently. Even though Seattle won the game. Under a minute to go, 49 seconds left. Rodgers will spike it. So the first 20 or so seconds of the drive, and the Steelers have moved it about 10 yards. You'll bet 1... Would that be interception? Because it says TD. I'm thinking touchdown, but I also see the I, so... Are you saying there's going to be an interception on the next drive, or a touchdown, or either one? As Rogers here on second down, he will find Jordan Matthews for 45, and he gets out of bounds. You'll bet it's a pass. Oh. First down from the 45. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? I think Arizona's going to win. I think they're going to force a turnover here late, but anything's possible. Rogers, he connects with Matthews, and the clock will keep on ticking. They can tie with a field goal. Yes, they can. I don't think we have watched a game that has gone into OT, so. And since these quarters are, what, only 7 minutes? How long will the overtime be, like 5 minutes? Got your hype song on? Nick thinks you're going to lose? Probably. You'll probably find a way to choke. Third down and 2, 29 seconds left. 8D audio. Rogers looking to throw it. Rogers has time, looking short for Geis, who converts, but the clock will keep on ticking. Pittsburgh is close to field goal range, but not quite there yet. 15 seconds left. Rogers will spike it. This game is not smart with late game situations, so Steelers might find a way to mess it up. They don't have any timeout, so I would not be surprised if Rogers passes it to... Oh, they're going for the field goal now. 59 yards to tie it. Arizona calls a timeout. I don't get this call. I would try to maybe get closer. I mean, they don't have any timeouts, though. I don't know who their kicker is. Colin thinks they have to run 2 more plays to get in field goal range. I think they only need a couple more. I think you're right. But they're going for it now to tie the game at 22 apiece and send it to overtime. Whoever the Steelers kicker is, it's up, and it is short. And the Cleveland Browns will win the OAFC North, even though both the Browns and the Steelers lost this week. That one was short, and the Cardinals will finish their season off with a win. Unfortunately for them, Seattle also won, so they will not be playing in the playoffs, but Drew Lock will take the knee, and the Cardinals' season is done on, I guess, a positive note, as they will improve to 9-7. The Steelers go down to 10-6, and the Steelers will have to play a road playoff game next weekend. If they won this game, they'd be at home having the week off. But they messed up. Don't forget the trade. I will not forget. I would have forgotten, though, if you didn't just say it now. The Cardinals aren't in the playoffs, and the Steelers are. Look at Josh. He always finding a team to root for when his team isn't in. Well, for the NFC South, yes. We will find out who wins that. Hopefully us. And then I gotta check Pick'em too. We're gonna find out who wins on spot. Me, EJ, or RNP. Alright, so let's do the deal. Me, I win, boom. If I was the Ravens, I probably would do this deal, so it's not even bad. You win. Where's your 20 bucks? You have to find it. Wow, the Packers only have 3 picks. But one of them is their first, so I guess there's that. Alright, I don't think we have to do anything. I think we can simulate. So let me check the pick'em. Let me check the differences that EJ, RNP, and I had. I know I picked the Cardinals. I assume we all picked the Browns, so pick'em. Alright. RNP picked the Steelers. EJ picked the Cardinals. Oh, I picked the Steelers? Are you kidding? I thought I picked the Cardinals. Darn it. Alright, so let's sim the week. Do the Saints win the division? Hopefully. Probably not, though. We need a win and a Falcons loss. Will it happen? It looks like we lost, and we're going to be playing the Packers in the opening round of the playoffs. Falcons won. I picked us to win, and I picked the Falcons to lose, so that's bad news for Pick'em. So let's see what we got in the playoffs. Broncos at Jaguars, Seahawks at Cowboys, Steelers at Patriots, and then us taking on the Packers. No, I don't want team schedule. I want to see who got the first round byes. I assume Chiefs, Browns, Falcons, and Rams. Oh, it's not going to say. Great. Alright, so for all the user games, the Lions got the win. EJ picked the Vikings. Alright, let me tally this up. So. Alright, I got Vikings right, or I got Lions right, so did RMP. EJ picked the Vikings. Bengals and Texans, the Bengals won. I picked the Bengals, EJ picked the Texans, RMP picked the Texans. So I'm beating both of them by 2 now. Dolphins and Jets, Dolphins win. I picked the Jets, EJ picked the Jets, RMP picked the Dolphins. So RMP gets a point. Ravens or Browns, I gotta assume we all picked for Browns. Yup. Bears and Packers, Bears win. I picked the Packers. EJ picked the Bears. RMP picked the Packers. So I am up by 1 against RMP, and I am up by 1 as well against EJ. Panthers and Bucks, Panthers win. I picked the Panthers. EJ picked the Bucks. RMP picked the Bucks. So I extend my lead. Redskins beat the Saints 23-25. Since the Falcons wins, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, hopefully the Cheatriots get their booties handed to them. So I know I picked the Saints. EJ picked the Saints. RMP picked the Saints. So no one... Oops, I accidentally posted that. So no one gets a point there. Oh, do I have to restart now? What did I do? I messed up in the counting. So I have 3 so far. Lions, Bengals, Panthers. EJ only has 1. He has the Bears. And then RMP has 2. Lions, Dolphins, and yeah, that's 2. On your way to a lacrosse game, have fun, get the dub. Alright, the Bills beat the Patriots, but the Patriots still won the division. Okay, that's news to me. I picked the Bills. EJ picked the Bills. Okay, so we all picked the Bills. Eagles beat the Giants. I picked the Eagles. EJ picked the Eagles. RMP picked the Giants. So currently I am beating EJ by 2 and RMP by 3. So can you still win Pick'em? I mean, it would take a miracle. I can check, but like probably not. Colts beat the Titans. So that means that the Dolphins might have the #1 pick now. I picked the Colts. EJ picked the Colts. RMP picked the Colts. So we all picked the Colts. I am still up by 2 on EJ with 3 games to go. Cowboys beat the Rams. I picked the Cowboys, so I'm in a dangerous position right now. EJ picked the Rams. I think that'll do it. RMP picked the Rams, so I think that means I won. Wow. Let me just post this in the Pick'em. Now, Nick said that the winner should have their own role, so maybe. The Jags are a good team. They won their division with ease. And then I think EJ is in second. And there will be a playoff pick'em. Alright, so let's check the yearly awards, and then that will end the stream. Aaron Rodgers wins the MVP. That's not really news. So Rodgers gets the OFL MVP. Coach of the Year. This is a big deal, and it goes to AP. Why? Because the Falcons were good last year, so AP has by far the best legacy score out of all the users. I have 40. Wow. That's great. For a second, you thought you got on the wrong bus. Good job. AFC, or OAFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Rodgers. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jake Ryan. Highest user was Von Miller in third. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tyree Jackson. What was Josh Jacobs' yards per carry to move him to second? We are checking his yards per carry. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Khalil Hodge. Highest user was Nasir Adderley at 6. Best quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Best running back, Todd Gurley. Best receiver, Randall Cobb. Highest user, Juju. Best offensive lineman, Tyron Smith. Best D lineman, Malik Jackson. Best linebacker, Von Miller. Best DB, Jalen Ramsey. Best kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. Offensive Player of the Year in the ONFC goes to David Johnson. Defensive Player of the Year, Reuben Foster. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Will Greer. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Trey Lamar. Best quarterback, Blake Bortles. Best running back, David Johnson. Best wide receiver, Adam Thielen. Highest quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Highest wide receiver is Odell Beckham. You're gay for me. That's wonderful, Xavier. What are you doing? You're staring at a girl. Wow, Joshy. What a man. Best offensive lineman, Zach Martin. Best defensive lineman, DeMarcus Lawrence. Best linebacker, Reuben Foster. Best defensive back, the Honey Badger. Best kicker, Robbie Gould. So without further ado, we have to see Josh Jacobs' yards per carry. I make a comment on it every episode. 3.0. What was his highest? Did he ever get 4? I don't remember him having quick. Yeah, how did he get quick? He was terrible this year. How does that make sense? That's what happens when you haven't had a girlfriend for almost 4 months. Well, I haven't had a girlfriend in all my existence, so his highest yards per carry was 4.8, and that was the only one above 4 the whole entire year. So that'll do it for the stream, everybody. Playoff OFL football is on. Did Jacoby Brissett make for Pro Bowl? Nope, but his development went down. Okay, that'll be fun trading him. Did Noah Fant make for Pro Bowl? Get it! And then on defense, not a lot of skill points, but it doesn't really matter. Hopefully we beat the Packers. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Have a good Friday. Have a good Easter weekend. Can we steal the standings? That's actually kind of a good idea. She looks like she's older than me, but probably the same age. Yeah, let's check standings before we go. So the Chiefs get the 1 seed, the Browns get the 2, Jacksonville gets the 3, New England with the 4, Broncos get the 5, Steelers get the 6. Or no, the Steelers get the 5 because they're playing New England. And then Denver, who was projected to get the 1 seed at the beginning of the week, gets the 6. And according to this, it looks like the Dolphins will have the first pick. Ravens will be picking second. Rams win the NFC. Falcons get the 2 seed. Cowboys are the 3. Packers are the 4. We are the 5. And Seattle is the 6. Eagles at 9 and 7 miss out. How did Will Greer win Offensive Rookie of the Year? I have no clue. You have the same girlfriends in 2016. Okay, I see you. I see you shooting your shot. Don't you just love when you stare at some random girl you've never seen before? That's fun. That's really fun. Yeet.